Hi, I'm Alex Beckstedt.
And I'm Jillian Eberline.
Thanks for joining us on the 10-Minute Tack-Up, brought to you by My New Horse. We're going to sit down for a quick, honest chat about all things horse ownership. Today on the 10-Minute Tack-Up podcast, episode 4, Jillian and I are going to be talking about bringing your brand new horse home and all the little details that you kind of have to have organized before you do that. Because I know when I get a new horse, I am just like so excited, can't wait to get it home. And then you realize, there's no shavings in that stall. Where's the hay that my horse needs to eat? So, Jillian, I'll let you kick it off because you did have to arrange a lot of things for your new horse when he came home last year.
Yeah. So after we found him and he passed the PPE, I was like, oh my God, like now he's mine. And I didn't really think about the fact that he was in Texas. So I was like, okay, how am I getting him home? And my trainers were like, okay, like we know a hauler, like we'll figure it out. And like, obviously this was my first time. So I was like, okay, like they found someone to haul him. He'll be here like in a few days. No. Obviously it took like a week or so because we had to get his coggins and make sure all his paperwork was lined up and make sure that there was nothing else that the owners needed from me or vice versa. So it was just anticipation at this point. And I was like, okay, so there's no one else that can like get him here like tonight. And they were like, Jillian, with all due respect, this is a far drive. And I'm like, okay, but I'm like so excited. I don't know how to control myself.
Can't you teleport that horse?
That's what I'm saying, right? Like, can't you just fly him? Just kidding. Don't. Actually, that sounds really expensive.
You actually can, but it is very expensive.
Yeah. At that point, I think that'd be crazy. But then with all of this excitement that I was feeling, I was like, okay, so let's go shopping. And that was dangerous as well because I couldn't be stopped.
Well, how much stuff did you already have? I know that you hadn't owned a horse before, but you had leased horses. So did you have enough of the basic stuff?
Yeah, like I had my old tack trunk full of stuff that I've just kind of been hoarding over the years, like polo wraps and halters, lead ropes, all that kind of stuff. And then I opened it up and I was like, oh my goodness, I really don't think I can use this neon colored saddle pad with the matching polos. So I was like, okay, now I need to like reassess. So I made a whole list of like what I can keep for future, but like I'm not gonna use right now, and like what I realistically needed.
Yeah.
And that helped me kind of rein it back in to be like, okay, this is a priority, like this can wait, I don't know if the horse likes this kind of thing. So I had a lot of stuff though. Like I had to throw out a lot of stuff and I was like, okay, I didn't realize my hoarding was this bad.
Yeah, I have stuff that I've been hanging on to for literally like 20 years. It just needs to go. But that's for another time.
Like, let me know why I had my old paddock boots from when I was 10 in there. I'm like, okay, these aren't fitting. Like, get rid of them.
They're cute. Yeah.
They're cute, but they're not fitting.
Well, getting back to some of the important things besides the 10-year-old paddock boots, did you have the foresight to like get this horse's history? When was he last vaccinated? When was he last shod? When was he any of that stuff? Or did you kind of have to, create your plan from scratch once you got him?
We kind of just created the plan from scratch. Like once he got to the farm, then we like looked at his feet and we're like, okay, like he definitely needs done. So we called the farrier out to come the next day, which poor horse, he definitely was overwhelmed. But I was like, these look really, really rough. And I just think it just kind of got forgotten about before he got sold since it kind of just happened so quickly.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say he's like extremely overgrown, but you know what I mean? To the point I was like, okay, this needs. And then for his vaccines and stuff, I did have some of the vet records. And then coming from Texas now to Florida, the trainers were like, okay, well, you need this. This isn't that important. This is a priority. And then we had the vet come out and just kind of lay hands on him, look him over and make sure that there was nothing else needed just to, like you're saying on the post-purchase exam we talked about last week.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It wasn't that extreme. It was just, yep, he looks good. This is what you need. Keep an eye out. He needs to gain weight, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, and you're lucky to be in a really high quality boarding program. But I know like if you were having to do this all by yourself, you would also be needing to get like the really basic horse care essentials, feed buckets, water buckets, shavings, grooming tools, hay, feed, all that stuff as well. So that's nice that you kind of had that already kind of in place, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I thought about here in the near future, like getting him his own buckets, like putting his name on them, getting him some of that more personalized stuff. Like when he moved there, they already had buckets for him. But it's more so for me, like when we go to shows, I just want to be able to like have his kind of like travel, which Do I need a bajillion of everything? No. But am I going to do it? Probably.
Well, that's good for biosecurity too.
Yeah.
So on the mynewhorse.com homepage, we have this fun little form that anybody can fill out. Ask just like a Q&A, a questionnaire about your horse. You can share photos, share some fun facts, favorite treats, things like that. But one of the questions on that form is, what was the first thing you bought your horse? So I thought it would be fun to go through and see what are some of the most common responses that people put in. Jillian, I know you haven't seen this list yet, so I'm just going to go through.
Oh, goodness.
I don't think there's anything too crazy on it, but by far, and this makes sense, halter. Everybody gets their horse a new halter. We've also got lead rope on there.
Mm-hmm.
One person bought a rain sheet, which I was like, regional differences. I guess that makes sense if that's the most important thing in the middle of rainy season.
Yeah.
Rain sheet.
I didn't even think about that.
You might have to.
I know.
Several people put down either fly sheet and or fly mask,
Mm-hmm.
which that makes a ton of sense too.
Yeah.
Blanket. I assume that's a winter blanket. A heated water bucket. Somebody's horse is getting spoiled.
Very spoiled. I would love to know where they're at geographically, because I'm like, definitely where it snows.
I would assume so. Shavings. If your horse is stalled, good call. Feed. Several people said feed, and then one person said weight gain supplements. They actually said that their horse was a rescue and was needing to put on a ton of weight, and so that they had good success adding those supplements to their feed. So that's cool. One person got their horse a lunge line. I don't know if they're expecting it to be wild when it gets home.
It's like them staying safe. That's their safety method. Like, we're gonna throw it on the lunge line before I try to get on it. I like the pre-planning there, because that's how I am. Doesn't hurt. 5 minutes.
Yeah, just take it for a spin. Make sure it's not going to buck you off before you get on. I get it.
Exactly.
Okay. Lots of people said treats.
Yeah.
What's your personal favorite treat for your horse?
Okay, he loves rounders, and right now just carrots. But when I got him, he didn't know how to eat a treat, like, at all.
One of mine was like that too.
Yeah, he didn't know. And I told my trainers, I was like, oh my God, what do I do? Like, and they're like, oh, Jillian, we are not concerned. You will teach this horse how to eat all these treats. And I was like, thank you. Okay. And now he's like a thing possessed, but definitely rounders and carrots. But I want to try like a banana with him. I don't know how we feel about that, but
if you do take video, please.
I will. I think he'll be shocked and confused.
Because I'm kind of cheap, I always just get like the giant bags of Starlight peppermints at the grocery store, and that just does the trick. Also, I don't even know if they make these anymore. Do you know those treats that are called stud muffins?
Yes.
They smell so good. They smell like Christmas, and I just want to eat them myself. I think I've actually tried one before, but
I mean, I feel like everyone has tried a horse treat at least once in their life.
Fair.
Maybe that's too niche here, but I mean, I know I have. I just wanted to know.
And fun fact, molasses does not taste as good as it smells. Anyway, I digress. I've got one more thing on this list that I put down, and it was personalized nameplates for the horse's stall and all of his tack and equipment, which I thought that was really smart. It's not necessarily like a priority, but it's like one of those nice to haves that is really smart. So I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I have his halter with his name on it. But like for me, before he arrived, I just got him like a basic halter, like the most basic with lead rope, obviously. I bought a ton of fly spray stuff because like the one that like rolls on his face and his body. I did buy him boots to like go turn out in, because I was like, I don't know the last time he's been out. I don't know if he's gonna be wild. Like, I just need something. And then I got him a fly sheet, and then down the line, I got sheets and blankets and all that kind of stuff. But like before I really dove into it, like with a bridle and a bit, I was like, let me just get some stuff that like I know I can do if no one's around and I need to turn him out, like that kind of stuff. And I bought just seam rippers. I don't know why. I was like, this is a great idea. I bought vet wrap. I mean, it's still in my tack trunk. We had some in the park.
You always need vet wrap.
Oh, I bought some SWAT. Like there's some other like medical, not like, you know what I mean, like stuff that I bought, like first aid, that probably I didn't need, but I was like, just in case, like I have this. And like, I think it helped, because then I knew if for any reason no one was around and I needed to fix something or like wrap him up, I could do it. I bought him standing wraps, but like I had some old ones too. So it was just kind of like, if he chews them, they're really not high quality. So like, it's okay.
Yeah. I think I will add to that list. One of the go-to things I always get when I get a horse is a new pair of bell boots. That is always first on my list. And then
pull on, or the one with the strap?
I have to do pull-ons. Otherwise, they just rip right off.
That's where I'm at too right now. Yeah. Like, He'll just
You just gotta use the elbow grease, pull them on.
Yeah. Yeah, he's in some pull-ons right now because his jet fuel will kick in and he'll just take off in the field, and I just see the bell boots go flying if they have the straps on them, and I'm like, "Great, there goes my money flying through the air."
Yeah, we just need to buy bell boots in bulk.
Yeah,
No,
and I always think about that, and then I'm like, "I don't need 3 pairs." No, I did, I don't
you
know.
do.
Yeah. Okay, what
Give
was
it a
the
few
other thing
months.
you were gonna say?
What was it? Last time I got my horse home, I did buy a fresh set of a new brush and curry comb because I wanted them to be clean. I didn't want to be sharing with other strange horses at the farm. It was like kind of like a gift to my horse, a new set of grooming tools.
And
His
to
very,
yourself?
yes, well. But anyway, if anybody else wants to share not only the first thing that they bought for their own horse, but fill out our fun little questionnaire on the homepage, just go to mynewhorse.com and we would love to hear about you and your horse. And that's it for today. We're tacked up, Jillian.
Let's go.
See you next time.